Welcome back to Vigor. It is your boy, Stealth Jet, leader of the JSS. We are here on Anniken. And the one thing about this map that I've learned is that there is no cover. I mean, there is, but it's not like sufficient enough cover. If somebody rushes you, you gotta book it. Or stand your ground and fight. Now, you can apply that exact same mindset to Kirsten, but here it's different. You know what I'm saying? Because here there's islands. If you see somebody running toward an island, you can pretty much bet 20% of your calcium intake that they are still on that island. But on the new map, if you see somebody running away, they're going to run away into the forest and you're not going to find them. And chances are they're above you looking down on you right now. And you don't want that, because the height advantage in this game is king. What I just said was, if you want to take somebody out quickly, get above them. And this is what also makes this map a little bit dangerous too. There is no height difference. There isn't. Now, there's some verticality difference. I mean, the map is pretty long, right? But in terms of height, unless you're on the same island, you're not going to get above somebody. Now, what I'm doing right here is I'm looking directly at where somebody else spawns at. And I'm pretty sure you might see them running, up the hill over there. But I decide right about here, I believe. Actually, no, I'm going to keep looking over there. Now I decide that I'm going to look one last time. Realize they're not coming this way. Actually, wait a minute. I must have seen them, because look what I'm doing right now. I'm taking cover. Now I decide, you know what? It's not even worth it. They probably don't even see me. What I am worried about is over here. And that's why you see me pulling out my M82 and aiming. This was a mistake. I think I'm going to shoot one more time at this guy. And what the hell is going on at the container? They want that joint bad. Okay, so here's the reason as to why I feel better retaliating as a lone wolf. I mean, with lone wolf turned off, rather than retaliating with lone wolf turned on. Actually, you know what? That's my second point. My first point is this. This was a mistake. Aiming over in this direction was a mistake because of this. Glint goes off 360. What I just said was, if you're aiming, and, okay, not really 360, but more like, what, 270? Everybody around you, in front of you, is going to see your glint. Even people to the side of you. So even though I was aiming in that direction that I'm looking at right now, the guy to the right seen the glint. Or he's seen me. But I'm going ahead and, state that it was glint. Because he didn't shoot until after I started aiming. Yeah. So, it's the little things that can get you killed. And that was one of them. But look, it's better safe than sorry. Right? I wanted to see if there's anybody over here on this side of the map. But I think I said this in another video too. What you think is an idle action could be the precursor to your own death. And there is no better way to prove that to you than by showing you what an idle action you think is fine is not. I'm gonna get to why I feel better retaliating with Lone Wolf off in a moment, but I want to explain what happened here. I heard his SVU. That's right, I heard a suppressed weapon. You can too, if and only if you buy headphones. This guy did an idle action. His idle action was shooting a guy. Every action has a reaction. He shot a guy. The guy dead, right? But my reaction to hearing him performing an action was dropping, seeing him trying to loot this body, and killing him with a headshot. And he almost got away. He almost did, because you see the guy he was looting has nothing on him. And look what this guy has. Pretty much fucking everything. So I was very close to missing my shot. But my idle action was looting this guy. Do y'all see what I see? If you don't see what I see, I'm going to point out to you. That right there. Y'all see that glint? Turns out somebody else was aiming at the guy originally who was up there. And this guy, the SVU, just came up there and killed him. And he didn't think anything about it. And look, it's really hard to say that guy is still over there. So let me not even try. Or I'm being watched, and you don't know you're being watched because you didn't look around you. So my objective has changed. Spook. So I decided, evaluating in my head, I do have a mortar strike. But since I picked up 2 PSDs, I wanted to evaluate if that was a piece of glint, a fake glint or not. I think that's a really good placed transmitter, or that's an actual person. So I do have 2 mortar strikes, and you see me here aiming. And I'm like, I can't see him. He's literally at the base of the tree, and those leaves are covering him up. So why not dislodge him from his location by dropping a mortar strike directly on him? Now we're going to see if that's a real person or a transmitter plus glint. And it is indeed a real person. Now I'm pretty sure those are mortar strike hits and not my M82 hit. And you see he ran away. Now he's gone. Okay, cool. Here's the thing about glint, guys. If you aim, you're giving away your position. You may not know it, but you are. Now, if that guy would have been sitting there in that tree with a weapon on his back, not aiming, I probably wouldn't have seen him. But since he did aim, remember, idle action has an equal and opposite reaction. Well, in this case, not equal. Yeah, but definitely opposite, though. Yeah, freaking, you get spotted and you get tagged. Tagged means bullets hit you, mortar strikes hit you, explosions splash you. But killed is above equal reaction. Now, I feel better about retaliating with Lone Wolf off, and that's because I feel like I have a better chance of surviving. And I'm gonna place a fake glint up here, so that way if he's still up there, he may shoot at it, which means that he sees that glint, which means I may be able to see him. With Lone Wolf on, if I kill somebody, guess what? I'm getting pinged 3 and 4 damn times. And I ain't got time for all that. I don't. So with Lone Wolf off, yeah, I'm probably gonna shoot back. But with Lone Wolf on, guess what? If I kill a teammate, that throws his teammate into a fit of blind rage, and I get chased across the map as I'm just trying to exit. You know what I'm saying? So, there's that. But there are those moments where I sever connections and wipe an entire team. But, that feels good. But hey, sometimes it's worse, sometimes it's better. Now, here's another point I was going to bring up. If you got a suppressed weapon, don't think you're invisible. Well, invisible. Not invincible, but invisible. There's a difference. S versus C. If you got a suppressed weapon and you fire, you still can be heard. And since Lone Wolf off holds, the lesser experienced kind of players, they want that weapon. Because chances are, they didn't even know a suppressed weapon was in a game. So they're going to try to kill you. Now, you hear those gunshots. I don't know where they're from. But I do know they're in that direction. But what I do know just now, since I heard that bullet ricochet off the ground, somebody's in front of me. Because think about it. There's a guy on the far side of this island shooting at somebody who's in my direction. And they missed, and so the bullet bounced off the ground in front of me. So somebody's in front of me. So I want to be, somewhat careful before I approach. That's how I pull out this SVU. Full auto, 3 shots, dead. So now I'm kind of worried. The airdrop's in front of me, and yet I don't hear or see anybody. I'm going to take a risk and loot the airdrop. Now, run like hell. And you hear that? That's a fight. Right behind me. Shout out to the guy who shot first. Because if he didn't, the guy with the M21 probably would be chasing me right now. And I'm going to say this too. If I did not dislodge him from his little tree hideout, he wouldn't have relocated and he wouldn't have gotten spotted by the guy who is currently engaging him. Sometimes what you do in this game has a really huge effect on the outcome of it. Me getting shot at didn't have an effect because the player who was shooting at me let me go. Which means I killed another player, got an airdrop. Since I dropped the mortar strike on a dude in the tree, dude now is getting engaged by somebody else, which left the airdrop open for me. It's the little plays that can determine how your encounter will go. Now, I'm not saying be safe all the way from the beginning to the end. If you see an opportunity, take it. That's why I shot a guy in the head with my M82, because it was an opportunity. Now, granted, if I would have held my fire, maybe the guy in the tree would have shot him, or shot at him, and then it would have been like a whole nother gunfight scenario. But I seen the chance and I took it. And thank God that the dude heard me. If he didn't hear me, he wouldn't have aimed in my direction. Because think about it, right? If you hear something, what are you going to do? You're going to look. And why not use the wonderful device called a scope on your weapon to look? Guys, this game is deep. This game is deep. Is this a Vigor iceberg? No. Is it the tip? Yes. And oh yeah, mission complete. I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Until next time, peace.